Friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we have to discuss about Java program for matrix multiplication. Let us consider A, B and C are the three matrices. Matrix A size is 3 by 3 matrix. It contains 9 elements. The first row contains 1, 2, 3 elements. The second row contains 4, 5, 6 elements. The third row contains 7, 8, 9 elements. Matrix B has the size 3 by 3 matrix. It contains the elements. The first row contains 1, 2, 3 elements. The second row contains 4, 5, 6 elements. The third row contains 7, 8, 9 elements. Now we have to multiply these two matrices, matrix A and matrix B. The result is stored in matrix C. What is the condition we have to follow for multiplying two matrices? The number of columns in matrix A is equal to the number of rows in matrix B. In the matrix A, number of columns equal to 3. In matrix B, number of rows equal to 3. So, number of columns in matrix A equal to the number of rows in matrix B. So, the condition is satisfied, 3 equal to 3. So, we have to multiply these two matrices. Okay. First, in matrix A, the first row contains 1, 2, 3 elements. So, these elements are multiplied with first column elements in matrix B, that is 1, 4, 7. So, 1 is multiplied with 1 plus 2 is multiplied with 4 plus 3 is multiplied with 7. Then we are getting the first element in the matrix, 1 into 1 plus 2 into 4 plus 3 into 7. Next, the first row in matrix A is multiplied with second column in matrix B. So that is 1 is multiplied with 2 plus 2 is multiplied with 5 plus 3 is multiplied with 8. Then we are getting the next element in the first row. Next one, the elements in the first row is multiplied with third column in matrix B. So 1 is multiplied with 3 plus 2 is multiplied with 6 plus 3 is multiplied with 9. Okay. Next one, taking the second row elements in matrix A that are multiplied with each and every column in matrix B. 4, 5, 6 is multiplied with 1, 4, 7. Then we are getting this element. 4, 5, 6 is multiplied with 2, 5, 8. So then we are getting this element. 4, 5, 6 is multiplied with the third column. Then we are getting this one. Next one, the third row elements of matrix A that are 7, 8, 9 is compared with each and every column in matrix B. That is 7, 8, 9 is multiplied with 1, 4, 7. We are getting the third row first element. 7, 8, 9 is compared with 2, 5, 8. We are getting the third row second element. 7, 8, 9 is multiplied with the third column 3, 6, 9. Then we are getting the third row third element. Okay. So finally we are getting the resultant matrix. The resultant matrix C is this one. So 30, 36, 42. So these are the elements in the first row. 66, 81, 96. These are the elements in the second row. And 102, 126, 150. These are elements in the third row. So in this way we have to multiply the two matrices in Java programming. So now we can go to the program. Here the matrix A size can be taken at a runtime matrix B size can be taken at runtime, matrix A elements can be taken at runtime, matrix B elements are also taken at runtime. To read the elements from the keyboard at runtime, we have to use scanner class. The scanner class is available in util package, so that first we have to import the scanner class from util package. So import java.util.scanner. Next, we have to create one class. The class name is matrix multiplication. Next, we can go for main method. Public static void main string arguments. Next, we have to create the object for the scanner class. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. So system.in is used for reading the input from the keyboard. Sc is the object name, scanner is the class, new operator is used for allocating the memory for the object sc. Okay, next we have to enter the array size, that is matrix A size. System.out.println, enter the matrix A size, enter the matrix A size. So matrix A size can be read from the keyboard. Okay. Int R is equal to sc dot next int. So R is nothing but number of rows, row size of matrix A. Next one, int C is equal to sc dot next int. Okay, so what is the purpose of next int method? This method is used for converting the string data type value into integer data type value. Whatever the matrix A size can be read from the keyboard, that value can be taken as a string by the Java compiler. So that string data type value can be converted into integer value by using next int method. This method is available in the scanner class. To access that method, we have to use the object sc.nextInt method. Okay. So whatever the value that we are getting after converting the string value into integer value, that value can be assigned to the variable R. Its data type is int. Next, whatever the value that are entered from the keyboard, that value can be assigned to the variable C. Its data type is integer. Okay. So this is the matrix A size that are read from the keyboard. Next one, system dot out dot println, enter the matrix B size, enter the matrix B size. So in the matrix B, so rows are represented by P and the columns are represented by Q. So int P is equal to SC dot next int Q is equal to SC dot next int. So whatever the values that we are entered from the keyboard, that values are taken by the Java compiler as a string. To convert that values into integer, we have to use the next int method. So this method is available in the scanner class. To access that method, we have to use object. So next object. So sc dot next int method. After converting, that value can be assigned to the P and Q. P represents the rows in matrix B. Q represents the columns in matrix B. Okay. Now we have to check one condition. Before checking the condition, we have to construct the arrays int a open square bracket is equal to new int. Within the square bracket, we have to write the rows and row size and column size. New int. What is the row size of matrix A? R. What is the column size of matrix A? That is a C. So this is the construction of matrix A. So int B is equal to, so new int, what is the row size of matrix B? That is a P. What is the column size of matrix B? That is a Q. Okay. Next one, in the same way, we have to construct matrix C is equal to new int C Q, C and P, sorry. Okay, now, so matrix C size is nothing but matrix C contains the resultant matrix. The resultant matrix size is, so first in the first matrix the column size is equal to, in the second matrix the row size. When they are equal, we have to perform the matrix multiplication. Otherwise, we do not perform the matrix multiplication. Okay, so here the condition is if number of columns in the matrix A, that is a C, is equal to number of rows in matrix B, that is P. If C equal to P, then system dot out dot println matrix multiplication is possible. Once the matrix multiplication is possible, now we have to enter the elements into matrix A. So system dot out dot println, enter the elements into matrix A. Enter the elements into matrix A. For entering the elements into the matrix A, we have to use two for loops. The first for loop represents the rows, the second for loop represents the columns. For I equal to 0, semicolon, I less than R, semicolon, I plus plus. Next, J represents the columns. For J equal to 0, J less than C semicolon J plus plus. Next here A of I of J is equal to SC dot next int. Now we have to enter the elements into matrix A. Okay. Once we are entering the elements into matrix A, okay. Now we have to print that array elements. Okay. So before printing, we have to declare I comma j. Okay. Next one. System dot out dot println the entered elements in matrix A are for I equal to 0 semicolon I less than R semicolon I plus plus. Next for J equal to 0, J less than C semicolon J plus plus. Now we have to print the elements in matrix A. System dot out dot println A of I of J plus one space. Okay. So this space is used for separating the elements in a particular row. Next we have to here we have to write system dot out dot println. So after completing the first row, the control goes to the second row. For that purpose, we have to use system dot out dot println between the ending of two for loops. Okay, so from 20 line to 28th line, we have to enter the elements into matrix A. Next, for 29 to 37, whatever the elements that we are entered from the keyboard, that elements are printed. Okay, so the same lines can be used for reading the elements of matrix B and printing the elements of matrix B. So I am taking copy paste because of time consumption. So I am utilizing this facility. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. Next, system dot out dot println enter the elements into matrix B. So here matrix B, in the matrix B, the rows represented by P and columns are represented by Q. So for I is equal to 0, I less than P, I plus plus. For J equal to 0, J less than Q, J plus plus. So B of Ij is equal to SC dot next int. So by using these lines, we are entering the elements into matrix B. Next, whatever the elements entered from the keyboard, that elements are printed. Okay. So here this is a P, and here this is a Q. So here this is P of ij plus with the space. Between the closing of two for loops, we have to write system.out.println. So this line is used for separating the rows of a matrix B. Okay. So here also we have to use the system.out.print. Okay. Here also system.out.print now instead of println. Okay. Now we can go for the actual logic. Okay. So the actual logic is system dot actual logic is for I is equal to 0, I less than C, I less than C, semicolon, I plus plus, C represents the columns in matrix A. Okay. Next one, for J equal to 0, semicolon, J less than P, P is nothing but rows in matrix B, J plus plus. Next one, initially, so I am taking C of ij, C of I of j is equal to 0. Initially, matrix C contains the 0 value. Next one, for we are taking another for loop, k equal to 0, k less than P, semicolon, k plus plus. Next one, C of ij is equal to C of ij plus A of ik into B of kj. Okay, so this is the formula we have to use for multiplying the two matrices. Next, after multiplying the matrices, we have to close the for loops. So 3 for loops are opened. Now 3 for loops are closed. Now, the resultant matrix is to be printed. System dot out dot println the resultant matrix is matrix C is, we have to use two for loops. For I equal to 0, semicolon, I less than C, semicolon, I plus plus. Next, for J equal to 0, semicolon, J less than P, semicolon, J plus plus. Next, system dot out dot println, we have to print the elements of matrix C, C of I of j plus we have to use one space. we have to print the elements in a particular row with space. Okay, for that purpose we have to use this space. Next one, between the closing of two for loops we have to write system dot out dot println. So this is for printing the elements of resultant matrix C in a matrix form. Okay. Next one. So this is the if condition. Up to now if block. Now we can go for else block. Else system dot out dot println matrix multiplication is not possible, because if the condition is true, if C equal to P, if the condition is true, matrix multiplication is possible. Otherwise matrix multiplication is not possible by sending the control to the else block. Matrix multiplication is not possible. Now main method close, next class close. Okay, so this is the program. So here I am writing this C and this C are confusion, so that I am taking X. Instead of C I am taking X. Okay. Now we have to replace this point X. So this is also X and this is also X and this is also X. Because the compiler may be confusion between matrix C and column size in matrix A, that is also C. Okay, there is a small confusion is there. To avoid that confusion I am changing the matrix C. Okay, now we have to save this program. To save this program, go to the file and click on save as. It can ask file name, so matrix multiplication.java. If it is already there, it can ask for replacement. Yes, if it is not there, it can be saved. Now we can go to the command prompt, clear screen. It clears the output screen. Next we have to compile the program javac matrix multiplication dot java. So file name is matrix multiplication, so javac matrix multiplication dot java. Then press enter. The program is successfully compiled. There are no syntax errors. Now we have to run this program. So Java matrix multiplication. So press enter. Yes, the program is also successfully running. Now enter the matrix A size. Matrix A size is 3 by 3. Next, enter the matrix B size. B size is also 3 by 3. Okay, by entering the size of matrix A and matrix B, now we have to check whether matrix multiplication is not possible or not. Possible or not. Okay, what is the condition we have to use? The number of columns in matrix A is equal to the number of rows in matrix B. Number of columns in matrix A is 3. Number of rows in matrix B is also 3. 3 equal to 3. So condition true, matrix multiplication is possible. Yes. Now enter the elements into matrix A. So what is the size of matrix A? 3 by 3. So we have to enter 9 elements into matrix A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these 9 elements are printed in matrix form. The first row contains 1, 2, 3. Second row contains 4, 5, 6. Third row contains 7, 8, 9 elements. Yes. Okay. Now after printing the elements of matrix A, next we have to enter the elements into matrix B. Matrix B size is 3 by 3. So we have to enter 9 elements. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these elements are printed in matrix form. The first row contains 1, 2, 3. The second row contains 4, 5, 6. The third row contains 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now the matrix multiplication is possible. The resultant matrix is, so first row contains 30, 36, 42. Second row contains 66, 81, 96. The third row contains 102, 126, 150. So in this way, we have to multiply the two matrices and the result is stored in another matrix by using Java program. Okay. Next, we can go to the program. This is small spelling mistake. We have to save. Okay. So this is the program used for matrix multiplication in Java programming. Okay. So thank you. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please click on the like button. After subscribing my YouTube channel, Divvela Srinivas Rao, please forward this video to your friends and classmates. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. If you have any doubts, please put your doubts in the comment section. I will clarify your doubts. Thank you. Thank you one and all for watching this video. So this is some from 55 to 65. This is the entire logic of matrix multiplication.